That endless yattering is more insipid than I'd imagined.
Freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice. The stamen of a typical Arcadian Titan flower, or Colossicus arum, is responsible for dumping several pounds.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please, let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
For what ails you? Our Iffy Jiffy Mail Order Division informs it is now offering the Pharmacon 5 walk-in industrial microwave.
Our society was built from the bedrock up through the vision of our matriarch. Due to her genius, the structure of our society is perfect, planned down to the last subject. We all work as a unified whole for the betterment of all, unlike those corporate colonies, where it's every person for themselves.
Night sweat and collectivism. Not recommended for longer than 1 second at a time. Not responsible for temporary or permanent damage to eyes, teeth, skin, or general lifespan. Ask your doctor if a walk-in industrial microwave is right for you. Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's Choice makes a cream for it. Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives Division has proudly...
Obviously, there was some sort of betrayal from within. Even a perfect society has its malcontents, and selfish consumerism is an alluring drug for weak minds. But consider all we've achieved that others have not. Why, we've even eradicated manual labor through our perfection of auto mechanicals. Can aunties claim such?
We're rushing into market. Following a modicum of testing, slurrylose will soon be found in all of our food products.
I will not speak of them. I dislike even doing so indirectly. That brings me to a matter I'd like to discuss with you, actually. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
Of the delicious taste, new from Auntie's Choice. Where nature ends, we begin. Give Auntie 2 bits, and she'll give you some new glitz. Give Auntie 5 bits, and she'll give you a...
Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcement we're obliged to repeat incessantly. Well, allow me to paraphrase. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Auntie's Choice saboteurs.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack, featuring our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets. Specially
Well, obviously, we've forsaken our duties as members of the Protectorate. It is incumbent upon us to fight to the death, yet we still live, as does our enemy. Now, either the Arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot heel of Auntie's Choice. No matter who wins, we cannot sustain ourselves here for long.
This is D.B. Milver Street Fairfield with a special one-time free offer for all Protectorate subjects within and without.
My linguistic embellishments are somewhat beside the point. This here's a matter of accountability. Responsibility was mine. Disgrace and judgment should be mine solely as well. My intention is to absolve my subjects of any and all such blame. I owe it to every single person here to try.
Any vocation they like and change occupations at the slightest of whims. This wildly unfettered personal freedom pervades every aspect of life in Auntie's Choice. Choice is in the name for a reason, my good subject. Without further ado, I hereby
Of course. Abandon every last ideal to climb the rungs of the corporate ladder. A trifling matter to be executed with an insouciant air.
It's either that or die here with all dignity tossed asunder. Be smart. Take the deal.
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. I have the aid of key pillars of our community. Several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me. And our town still functions. Despite that vacuous nonsense blaring from our loudspeakers, we are still able to see to our subjects' needs. We have a generator to power our mechs and a fresh water supply.
Believe we're unscrupulous interlopers, intent on stealing the very bread on your plate. Tut-tut! No! Nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that...
I don't know. Look, I've entertained these fool notions of yours long enough. There's no use pursuing such a fruitless line of thinking further. I have a brighter future in mind for Westport, one you can help with, in fact, rather than dwelling on dark maybes and scenarios of worst imagining.
The galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally, it's never too late to rebrand and start anew. Join us. Embrace freedom. Revel in choice.
I am unaccustomed to such talk. Don't take much to it. Though I will put aside my perturbation for the good of Westport. Let us talk plainly. What would it take to secure your aid?
With a minefield.
Ha! I laugh at danger. I'm a get-up-and-go-getter. Whoosh! That's the sound of me throwing...
Certainly. What would you like to know?
Heard. Wait for permission. I see my opportunity and take it. I handmake my own luck.
What's their secret? I wish I could be more like them.
Don't
If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
everything you need to get through your day.
I want to speak plainly to the citizens of the Protectorate. This war is...
Hence my use of the term reasonable facsimile. It's a gamble, no arguing that. But everything else is simply giving up and waiting for the end.
And plead though you may, your sovereign is silent. This suffering cannot continue. Listen to your hearts. Come to Fairfield, bastion of the weary, and join the winning side. I shall await you with open arms.
Freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice. The state of Arcadian Titan Flower, or Colossus Zero, is responsible for dumping several pounds of data into the local atmosphere. Multiply that by the dozens surrounding most settlements, and many other flowering megalorae to the colony,
That vacuous cacophony sets my teeth on edge.
Use Falderall's mollifying demulcent. And Breezy, once again, Falderall.
You returned.
This is all going perfectly according to the paradigm, I guess. I just can't wait for it to be going more perfectly again.
Damage to eyes, teeth, skin, or general lifespan. Ask your doctor if microwave is right for you. Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's Choice makes a cream for it.
I was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding. Then the wireless told me everything was splendid. Now I feel much
A flavorsome new
Certainly, a session of mental refreshment will help purge the non-paradigm thoughts from your head.
slaughterhouses and stockyards. Not only does it save the company of fresh as I can get, unnaturally sweet, it's almost unbearable.
We believe so much in this delicious, cost-cutting measure, we're rushing it to market. Following a modicum of testing, Slurrinose will soon be found in all of our food products.
Apologies for not noticing you there. Wasn't paying rapt attention to those assuasive loudspeaker messages. No. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal law, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintrott.
Try it! Despite the countless voices screaming in your head not to.
Oh, it's like sour milk and expired medicine. Yet despite this balefully rebarbative mouthfeel, I feel great.
Everyone knows Salubrious concoctions aren't supposed to taste good.
I'll say, like rotten fruit and decomposing fish.
Why, that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved a fellow customer like yourself somehow saw through my carefully maintained act. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
And she'll give you a facial spritz. Your co-worker rivals get sleepy after consuming a full midday meal.
Not me. I stay hungry.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't...
Ha! The same ones I immoderately reference. You likely guessed their influence right off, what with my assertive attitude and all. I laugh at her. I hand make my own luck. That character is a revelation. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret. I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
Apple cider. Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
If I understand the subtext, that means yes. Dearie me, you are the first secret agent I have ever met. At least in waking life. Now, do tell, what is the latest word from the field?
Did you know that in Auntie's Choice, we don't pre-select your assignment at birth? It's true. No computronic doodads, no permanent rules, just good old-fashioned freedom. In fact, the former Protectorate subjects now abiding in Fairfield.
Really? What was he like? Bold? Assertive? With a wildly obstreperous theatrical air?
Wildly unfettered personal freedom pervades every aspect of life in Auntie's Choice. Choice is in the name.
An audacious proposal. Yet this place, despite its recent humidity, remains comfortable and familiar.
And sample our unique brand of autonomous self-determination for yourselves. So pack your bags and get ready to think for yourself, choose for yourself, buy for yourself. With Auntie's Choice, your life will be transformed for the best.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's Choice? Remember, Auntie...
I just imagine it. A new life full of breakneck decision-making and fending for oneself. But no, While I have acquired a distinct craving for certain Auntie's Choice products, I remain a good, loyal Protectorate subject at heart, if not in stomach. Hate to dash everyone's hopes. Suppose I am still part of the herd.
Stealing the very bread off your plate. Tut-tut. No, nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your auntie.
With a full case, I might gorge upon such sweet goodness morning, noon, and night. All right, hand it over. Oh, but what would Vigilant Hogarth say? What would everyone say? I can scarcely imagine it. Abandoning my community only to satisfy my gastronomical urges and risk-taking attitude. No, I couldn't leave unless Hogarth ordered everyone to go.
Head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally, it's never too late to rebrand and start.
Righto! Well, you seem rather confident. Best of luck, I suppose. You are surely going to need it. Please inform me when, of course, you receive it.
Features for the discerning consumer. Anti-Fizzos.
Say, hold up there, friend. Watch out. That way's a minefield.
I'll laugh if it
Why do those advertisements never stop?
They never stop.
Surely there is nobody in Auntie's Choice that hasn't managed to memorize the Bible.
I see my opportunity and... I had to make my own luck.
What's their secret? I wish I could be more like them.
Don't follow the herd.
All these vexations.
To inform on a neighbor is a blessing, it says.
Got something on my mind. Did you hear that message over the loudspeakers? About choosing your chosen profession? That Milver Street fellow said in Fairfield you can, if I understood correctly, opt for any job you show proficiency. Could that truly be true? Or is it a base falsity foisted by Auntie's Choice to, undermine Protectorate subjects' unflagging resolve?
Medical supplies dwindle as your roofs threaten to collapse atop you. And plead though you may, your sovereign is silent. This suffering...
Oh, and they hire you too. You're not simply assigned a role, but you, I guess, need to prove competence? And maybe even expertise? That's a right intriguing proposition. I wonder what it's like to have a choice about things. If it weren't for Vigilant Hogarth, I do believe I'd scupper off to, well, you know where. Yeah, you convince him, I'm in. But I owe him enough I wouldn't abandon him for nothing.
Post-nasal flooding and worse. Unless you stockpiled Falderall's Molluscamulsin, an easeful release from arcadian allergens of all kinds. Use Falderall's mollifying emulsin.
That vacuous cacophony sets my teeth on edge. Ah, the itinerant stranger returns.
Now offering the Panpharmacon 5 walk-in industrial microwave. Originally developed for secret research laboratories for purposes we may only guess at. The Panpharmacon 5 is now available to you, the unremarkable everyday consumer.
Not my favorite topic of discourse, but I do like the cut of your jib. Very well. State your piece.
Dropsy, sciatica,
But it's not everyone, is it? I'm sure it's not. The majority of my subjects are steadfastly loyal, resolute, right as rain.
Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives Division has proudly announced its latest innovation, Slurrylose, a artificial sweetener made from the reprocessed runoff of industrial facilities, chemical plants, slaughterhouses, and stock.
I would love to argue that this is not the case, but I fear you are correct. This war, this devastation, it can't be denied they've taken their toll. Ultimately, I regard their well-being above all, but the joke is on you, really, and them, I suppose. Don't you see? We're all traitors. I no longer hold any authority over anyone. But if they still wish my blessing, it is theirs. My former subjects are free to live an empty life with Auntie's choice. I'll make an announcement. Order them to depart for Fairfield. But I will be staying. Should I? Haven't I failed them enough for one lifetime? No. I will stay here and loyally await the judge I richly deserve. My former subjects jumped at the chance to abandon Westport. They don't need me.
None of the delicious taste, new from Auntie's Choice, where nature ends, we begin. Give Auntie 2 bits, and she'll give you some new glitz. Give Auntie 5 bits, and she'll give you a facial spritz. Your co-worker rivals get sleepy after.
I suppose my duty to my people remains, whether here or in Fairfield. All right. I'll go, unsure how I'll endure such an empty existence. Perhaps, if I offer my old subjects periodic advice, our sense of community may somehow, despite the wiles of commercialism, remain. All right, then. Suppose it's time to make my announcement.
Auntie Fizzo's made them better with Auntie Cleo's patented mock apple cider. Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and away.
Attention, everyone. Attention. I, Vigilant Ogden Hogarth, hereby do order all subjects under my command to abandon the settlement of Westport at the earliest possible juncture. You are to depart for the township of Fairfield, safely and together. Once there, you are to appeal to local authorities for citizenship with Auntie's Choice. Thereupon, you are thus and forevermore relieved of your duties, subjects of the Protectorate. This is a direct order from your Vigilant and is not to be questioned and cannot be countermanded. Now see to your preparations. I will join you shortly.
I wish everyone's neighbor Prudence was my actual neighbor. Except my domicile is presently underwater.
Hope I don't get assigned to a grafting lab in Fairfield. Don't want to have to transplant a Raptidon head onto some poor so-and-so's body.
Need a moment to let this all settle in. I will be on my way by and by.
This unit's current work task takes priority over conversation. Well.
Be on my way in 2 shakes of a Raptidon's tail. Promise. Just say goodbye to this.
Think they're gonna open us with welcome arms? I meant to say... Huh. Suppose I am a mite nervous.
Rick's got everyone in a run, including me.
I'm mulling over the best protectorate defectors. You know,
You've lifted my spirits right out of their doldrums. Our new guests have just arrived. Here, a considerable reward for your considerable efforts. Had anyone asked, I would have bet a year's pay against your capturing the hearts and minds of the denizens of Westport, and it seems I would have been out a great deal of bits. I have 2 minds about the convertees. Anyone with eyes can see they need guidance, but a pernicious system is not easily abandoned. Have you any thoughts? Trust will take time to build, time and patience. But that is an investment I am ready to make. You've given me a great deal to think about. I am in your debt. I cannot overstate what a capital compatriot you've been, my friend. Now be off. I've many refugees to see to. Plan is such a strong word. Let's call it a hunch. Consider this your first lesson in propaganda. Find whatever your target desires most and use it towards your own ends. Speak with Vigilant Hogarth in the building beside the saloon. He was in charge around here before we arrived. I have no doubt he knows vital information to the Vox's functioning. Now, should you ever find yourself visiting the ACS Undisputed Claim, do come see me. I've no doubt that when we next meet, I'll have risen 6 ranks, at least. Farewell.
Auntie's Choice is the proud maker of Spacer's Charm, Zero G Brew, and
I'm trying not to fret about these rifts so much. Maybe they ain't so off.
The others appear to be acclimatizing well to this purposeless distance. Well, hello. You appear burning with purpose. Is everything all right? Has something occurred? Judging by the waves of consternation wafting off of you, your other options must have failed. Yes, I know of a means in, but you must do something for me there. Even though I no longer am of the Protectorate, I do care for its subjects. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It saved many lives. The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And then they're enforcing existing Protectorate law. Why, isn't it obvious? As Vigilant, I was his commander, and without my guidance, he was lost. All manner of chaos seems to be the order of the day at the station. Executions done in the service of order are an unfortunate necessity. Done at the whim of an individual, well, that's just one more depravity Antes has wrought upon us. A true subject of the Protect lives and dies by their ideals. There is another who I am sure feels the same way. Marshal Corbin. As with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ. And this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen. You already know the man, and the two of you are in good standing, all the better. If Corbin becomes the highest-ranking officer alive, no one will be able to contradict his accounting of events. The Protectorate execute connivers and schemers. Corbin must appear forced to take down Montelli in the moment. It cannot feel like a plotted coup. Good, good. Here is the writ. Farewell now.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning sewer.
Those new Protectorate folk here from Westport, I really respect them. They've been through a lot. You tell them I said that, all right? Tell them you aren't received money.
Our target audience here is people who want to forget their worries, and sometimes their names. Well, don't you look thirsty for fulfillment and value? Welcome back to... Oh, what was it again? Oh, right. The Fair Shake. What'll it be, stranger? A few, actually. Who in particular do you mean? Never met somebody so happy to be here. Get the sense he rubbed the other defectors the wrong way. But we all become quite fond of Charlton. Fella can recite every commercial. Anybody else? Ah, she comes in a lot, actually. Sings, dances, has a grand old time. Often shuts the place down. Larges it up like she don't got a care in the world. Who else you want to know about? Oh, yeah, Pinkney. Offered to fix any and all mechanicals we had in the place, then proceeded immediately to do so. Wouldn't take nothing in return. Strangest thing. Anyone else you have in mind? Sure. He's in here sometimes. Keeps to himself mostly, back there in the corner. Has one drink, ducks out with a polite nod. You'd never know he used to be somebody. Anyone else you have in mind? All right. Appreciate you dropping by.
You know what these new Westport folks need? A minimum to focus their earnings attention. It just so happens I know a competent manager bucking to get back in the game.
I must ask you to hold still.
I'm talking about me, by the way. Just putting that out.
Can't get over how much I'm paid for each patient. And yet things I once had provided freely command exorbitant prices. It all feels rather uncaring, like some strange impersonal game. And one's personal funds do deplete quite quickly. Well, to be honest, food. Most Auntie's Choice comestibles are so loaded with sugars and sweeteners, they seem like dessert. I estimate that's not ideal for one's constitution. If you find a line on any Protectorate foodstuffs, please let me know. I do miss our Arcadian tenderloin in particular. Stranger?
Someday, when I make it big in lower middle management, I'm gonna come back here and buy this crummy tin-pot saloon. I'll hire that Charleston defector from Westport as the bartender. A bit slack in the wits, but he sure knows our products. Natural sales.
Appreciate your help. These weapons are gonna save lives. On our side.